Cut to the chase. If Mark Swidan was a WNBA player or a journalist, would he be home by now?
You certainly think he would be. It has been over 10 years that Mark Swidan has been trapped in a hellhole in a Chinese prison. They've sentenced him to death. They've sentenced him to death on bogus charges. This is a wrongful imprisonment, and it is long past time. Mark Swidan needs to come home. He needs to come to Texas. I've spoken with his mother repeatedly. I've spoken with the Chinese government. I've spoken with the Biden administration. It is time for China to send this American hostage home.
We know that the Chinese government doesn't really care. Joint resolution last night passed the House, 418-0. Beijing could care less. Do you feel like the Biden administration cares?
Well, we've been working with the Biden administration, and they have raised Mark's case with China. You'll recall Tony Blinken was planning to travel to China, and we had been pressing the State Department to make Mark Swidan's case a major priority for the administration in that trip. Then what happened was the Chinese spy balloon came, and Blinken canceled his trip, and the Biden administration just ineptly allowed the spy balloon to engage in espionage and cross the entirety of the United States, continental United States, spying on military facilities and sending that information back to Beijing. Since then, we've seen no progress with Mark Swidan.
The woman who is at the center of this, right, is his mother, who I know you've talked to. What you've just said to me over the past two answers doesn't really provide her a whole lot of hope.
No, look, our best hope is diplomatic pressure and sunlight. And I will say this. The Chinese Communist government is a tyrannical government, but they don't like it when you turn up the heat. There is power to shining a light. There is power to calling them out. There is power to embarrassing them. You know, China aspires to world domination. It just aspires to be a first world nation. Well, you know what? Civilized nations don't hold hostages. China is not behaving like what it claims it wants to be, a civilized nation. Instead, it's behaving like a banana republic. It's behaving like a group of thugs. And I'm hopeful the more pressure, the more heat, the more attention that's on Mark Swidan, that ultimately the Chinese government will decide, you know what, it's not worth the hassle. Let's send him home.
We saw so much pressure, so much sunlight, so much talk by the Biden administration about Brittany Griner. We're now seeing it about the Wall Street Journal reporter. Why aren't we seeing that same intensity?
I don't know. Joe Biden won't say his name. Kamala Harris won't say his name. Tony Blinken. I mean, there are all sorts of administration officials who could stand up, who could call out the Chinese. But, you know, Joe Biden...
They're scared of him?
Well, yes. I mean, that's unfortunately one of the real problems, is today's Democrat Party is structurally pro-China. You think of the major stakeholders for the Democrat Party: big tech, big business, big Hollywood, big universities.
Big environment.
Every one of them are in bed with China. Every one of them get their money from China. And so the Democrat Party is structurally pro-China. They're afraid to call out China. Last year, I forced a vote on the Senate floor on an amendment that would prohibit the Biden administration from purchasing electric vehicles or batteries manufactured using slave labor in concentration camps in China. Every single Democrat but one voted no. Only Joe Manchin voted against slave labor.
That's controversial in America.
It truly is stunning. And so this administration has been afraid to stand up to China, and unfortunately, Mark Swidan is paying the cost of that.
And his mother, who I know you've talked to as well.
Catherine, who is grieving, who is crying, who is praying for her son. She lives in Luling, Texas. She loves her son. She wants Mark home, and she deserves to have Mark home.
Is there any hope to give his mom, realistically?
Yes, which is that history shows that many dissidents are released, and they're
released. He's not really a dissident, though, is he?
Well, but he's a hostage. He's wrongfully imprisoned by a tyrannical regime. A dissident often is from within the country, so this is a little bit different. It's a foreign nation's hostage. But many hostages are released, many dissidents are released, and they're often released the same way, which is that international pressure becomes great enough that the dictatorship decides it's not worth the downside of continuing. So from my end, I'm going to continue trying to ratchet up the pressure and ratchet up the pressure. I can tell you, I've sat down directly with the Chinese ambassador.
What do they say?
They say they will work on it. Well, proof's in the pudding.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.